Hi everybody. This is Marisol Ontiveros, and I'm gonna go over a road trip of Frankfurt, Germany. And basically, this is Anne Frank, and it's showing where she lived in the secret annex, and in her house, and also the concentration camp where she went to. Obviously, I have never done this road trip, but I thought it was pretty amazing to show, to show. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. I have a very noisy apartment. um, I thought it was really cool that I could show the students like where Anne Frank lived and everything. So let's get to that. So if you move in closer, let's go to her house right here. So I've never been to Germany. I don't know if you've been to Germany, but I thought this was pretty awesome to see exactly the building where she stayed at. Let me zoom in a little closer. Let's see. Let's go to her actual house. Let's do her little dude over here. And boom. Here we go. Actually, you know what? Let's get a little closer. First farther and then closer. Let's get out. Let's see, because I think it was actually, here we go. It's actually along the lines of over here. So if you can see, this is actually Anne Frank's home. Let's get into that spot right there. Okay, and actually this is a window that they have seen. There's like a small, an unknown film of Anne Frank, and you can see her peering out of this window, which I thought was pretty amazing. So basically, I would assume everybody knows who Anne Frank is, but with my students, I'd be telling them, in the fall of 1933, with the Second World War, the Franks, her family, they moved to the Netherlands to escape Hitler's regime. So the Frank family, they lived on the second floor, number 37, above the door of the left of the stairway in Amsterdam. And so the family lived here from 1934, February 1934, until they went into hiding in the secret annex behind the Pecticon Company, owned by Anne's father. So it was here while it was fairly normal for a young girl. And this is also when she began writing her diary in an autograph book that she received for her birthday. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And in the unknown film, you can see her leaning out and looking at a bride and groom as they're walking across the street. So that was pretty awesome to see all of this. It's pretty beautiful. Okay, let's exit that and let's go to the actual secret annex. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, let's go over here. Okay. And so in an actual road trip, I would show the actual road lines to get there, but as you can see, it's not too far away. It's a couple walks across. Let's get closer. So as I told you, this was a building that her father used to work at. Let's see if I can come any closer here. Pretty awesome. I think we're a little too close. Let's zoom out. Let's exit. Oh, so as you can see, this would be where the secret annex was, because this is the actual building. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So this is where Anne and her family, they went into hiding, and it was on July 6th, 1942, and it was in an empty space. As you can see, it says Amsterdam. Yeah, 1962. So it's an empty space in the back of the Otto Franks company. Otto was her dad's name. And this is where they refer to as the secret annex, which is pretty amazing. And so if let's see if we can click on it. Okay, we're a little too close. But if we were to actually see, hold on, let me see if we can get a picture of the secret annex. Okay, here we have the secret annex. So this is actually exactly what it looked like. And so you can see from this view that the annex, it was behind the building on the street. And, it couldn't be seen from the street. And also in hiding, they had, Otto's business partner with his wife and their son. And they were in here for it was 1942 to 1944. So they were here for a good 2 years until, this fateful day, August 4th, when the Nazis stormed in and arrested everybody, and they'd been betrayed by an anonymous tip. And obviously very sad. So let's zoom out of here. Pretty cool. I know this is a little sad road trip, but very informative. And so let's go to the actual camp that they brought Anne. Let's see. Zoom out. Keep zooming. I'm so sorry. I'm still a little... Okay. So this camp, we'll zoom in a bit, but this is where the 8 people in hiding, including Anne and her family, were sent by passenger train. So this was the Westerbork transit camp. And so let's zoom into this one, which is pretty awesome. I know this isn't the best road trip map, but the kids would probably love this after reading the story of Anne Frank. So let's zoom in. Definitely a lot of green area now. Pretty amazing. And there we go. And also this, the transit camp, the function was during the Second World War, it was to assemble Roma and Dutch Jews for transport to other Nazi concentration camps. So I'd assume it was probably a little like, stay here for a while we figure out what to do with you, which is pretty horrible. But yeah. Okay, let's zoom out of this one and let's go to the actual camp where they ended up. Let's zoom out. Keep zooming. I'm so sorry for my horrible technological knowledge. I'm still learning, but let's zoom out of here. Okay, and I believe this is where they ended up in Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. So on October 28th, Anne and her sister were transported here. And during its existence, it's had 50,000 people. Full 50,000 people died, which is horrible. Food was scarce, sanitation was dreadful, disease. And her and her sister, they died within a day of each other, which is horrible, in 1945. And she was just 15 years old at the time of her death. Let's see if we can zoom into this area. I know, a definite downer on the road trip, but super informative. Let's check this out. Okay, let's get our little dude over here. Zooming. And that's where it would have been. Let's get rid of that. Sorry, not too much talking. Obviously a very sad topic. And let's see if we can get more of this spot. Let's see, one more dry. That would have been it right there. And now, of course, they don't have anything. So it's just all land and green. But we still know what happened. Okay, let's zoom out of here. And so basically, that's my super sad road trip on Anne Frank and where she lived, where she was in hiding, where she went to concentration camps, and this was all in Frankfurt, Germany. Let's see. Oh, and we also have a wonderful little timeline that she was born in 1929. And you can see all the different years. Let's see if we can do one last zoom into Germany. I'm so sorry if you're super bored, whoever is still listening. Let's see. Because I have never been to Germany. Let's see, one last little do. Closer. Let's get closer and closer. Let's see if this little dude can help us get super close to the main area of Frankfurt, Germany. Wow, it's beautiful. For all you people who got to go to Germany, you're very lucky. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Well, thank you so much in listening to my lovely and sad road trip. It was very, very interesting. I'm sorry if it was boring for all of you people, but I think it's super interesting. We learned about history so we won't repeat it. And thank you for listening. Thank you.